Okay everybody, how's it going? This is how to cath, how to use a catheter. My catheters come like this, and I already opened it. You just open from the top down like this, and I'm going to show you like the proper way to do it and the way I just do it, because yeah, this is the way my people show me how to do it, so I just do it like this all the time now. It's too much to carry this bag around. So you open the bag, you separate the catheter, the little wipies or whatever, the little wipe paper, and then first things first, before you cath, you want to pull down your pants. What I do is I go from one side, go the other one cheek, and then I get the other cheek like this, and then at this point is where you pull. You could either pull your underwear down all the way, or I just learned just not too long ago that you can use the little pocket thing to whip out your willy from there. And obviously this is no nudity, so I'm whipping out a cucumber. Bam! Got my little cucumber right here. Alright, so what I do is, you're supposed to obviously wash your hands before you start grabbing things. The proper way is to put on gloves. I save all these gloves to go number 2, so I never use gloves. I just wash my hands before I do everything. But the proper way is, you put on gloves, and it comes with either you could use an alcohol wipe, but this tends to dry out your willy, or you have like this iodine stuff, which is a crazy hell of a mess. So I don't recommend either of them, because the alcohol dries out your willy if you keep using it over time, because that happened to me, and this is just one hell of a mess. But this is what you use to sterilize your penis before you use the catheter. So what you would do is, I'm gonna show the alcohol wipe one. So what I do is I open the alcohol wipe. Oh wait, before I even do that, what I do is I get this paper that it comes with, and I poke a hole, kind of like in the bottom area-ish, right there. Poke a hole, and then I put my willy through the hole. That way, if any pee or anything falls, it falls on the paper, But then again, when I'm out and about, I don't have a bunch of these with me, so I don't even use it. I just use paper towel or toilet paper. So now the next step is to get the alcohol wipe. You can open it up all the way if you want, or not, because then you're probably going to want to use it afterwards to clean up. Or maybe just, I recommend just using it in the beginning. You want to sanitize the area of your willy that the catheter is going to go in. Sanitize. I recommend for you not to use it again. Just use it once, because doing it twice, it's alcohol. You're drying out your skin. Now it's very important. This cap, if it's ever off, you want to use a different catheter. You don't ever want to use this catheter when it's off. And when I'll make another video on how I organize my catheters for when I'm leaving the house, and how I compile them together. So you just pop it off, and usually most of them have a nice amount of lube on the tip, and that should be enough for most people. But if you need more, it doesn't come with more. And some catheters are you have to manually lube everything, and I don't like those catheters. They're really cheap. But either way, this is what I get. And the hole of your penis, of your willy, you just put the catheter in it. Well, I made a hole in the cucumber, and I guess I didn't make it big enough. But either way, it goes in. The tube is long enough. So what I do is, I'm holding the catheter on one end with one hand, and I'm kind of covering my willy with the other hand and kind of holding it to kind of guide it. So I press in, and then when I press in, I pull. I'm holding the tube from coming out, and I pull the bag back. I press in. I press in. I press in, and I'm holding the tube here. I'm holding it here, and I pull the bag out. I press in, Press in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So then the tube didn't go into the thing. But let's just for the shits and giggles go like that. Although this is not the right way to be doing it. You should never let the tube come out and then you put it in like that. You should put it in from the bag straight into the tube. So at this point you reached your bladder and pee is coming out. Pee is coming out, and then let's just say you're finished peeing. And then what I like to do is I like to grab the back of this bag like this, and then put my hand like to the head of my willy, the head of my penis, and pull in, and then when I go in, I'm holding like this the tube so it doesn't keep sliding out. It doesn't go back in, out, and then when I feel like I'm getting to the end, I kind of do it a little bit fast. So like any kind of residue that'll fall out, it'll just fall out onto this and not like kind of go back into my willy. And then from there I like go like that. I get the top, I top it back on nice and tight because it could fall off, and then I place this somewhere that I can finish my willy until I'm ready to throw it away. And then from here, what I do with my willy, because there's lube still inside the tract of the urethra, I like to like milk my willy. Like I go back as far as I can with my hand, and I push out, push out, push out. I do that enough, and I like kind of go like this, like milk it and bring it all the way up here to the front, and get all the excess lubrication out of there, because it's gonna come out by itself. Either way, it's gonna come out. So I do that, and then from there I usually have like a paper towel or a napkin, and I clean everything off, and then I'm done. And then I get the paper, throw it away. I like to use this paper that comes inside the catheter bag and go like this, so that way it stays. And then that way you just put your willy back in. Put your willy back. If I can put my willy back, because this cucumber is a lot bigger than my willy. Bam. And that's basically cathing. And then when you're at the bathroom, you would just rip off this little thing here. It has like a little rip thing for you to rip. You rip it off. Pass a certain amount. You throw that in the garbage. You throw your pee into the toilet like that, and then I like to put everything together. And if I'm not close to a toilet and I have this bag like this, and I'm not close to a toilet, I like to put everything as compact as possible. Fold it up, and then do one of these. Voila! And then you put your pants back. Same kind of way that you did it to take it off. And yeah, it should take you like 5 to 10 minutes to do it properly. So I just do it the improper way, and I get it done. So thank you to the cucumber that I destroyed and I'm not going to eat anymore because this was for my sandwiches. But anyways, this is how you catheterize. Thanks for watching, people. This was I made this for a buddy that he got injured like 3 months ago, and he's his hospital didn't show him how to cath and do all that stuff, and I was lucky enough for my hospital to show me everything. Although it was sucked because it was a guy that was showing me how to cath. But whatever, man. It needs to be done. I need to learn, and I learned. And I didn't ever have anybody show me again. So that's how you catheter the right way. Stay tuned for my next video on how to organize and take your catheters with you. You could take multiple catheters without taking the whole giant bag. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next videos, and once my pressure sores heal, I'll be actually making good videos, like with good editing and all that stuff. So peace out, guys. One love. Stay up. Really appreciate the watch.